right, good morning, boys and girls. This is Mr. Sherwin again. We're back at you with some rounding practice. Make sure you write your name at the top, first and last name as always, and your number, okay? Today's date is 10/15/20, okay? So we've been talking about rounding for a little while now, and we've been talking about the place value chart and about place values. And that last year in third grade, we dealt with the ones period. All right, that's basically it. We dealt with only the ones period, and we rounded to the tens and hundreds. Well, this year, we're moving on to this period. We're moving on to the thousands period. And the thousands period is just like the ones period, but it's just got thousands on the end, all right? So if you just kind of block out these three numbers in this period and focus on them when we're rounding to the 100,000s, 10,000s, and thousands, it might make it a lot easier for you, because down here, all of these numbers, when we're rounding to these numbers, are all zeros. Just filling these in with zeros, okay? So we're gonna practice a little bit today, and then at the end of class, you have I'll have a quiz. So I'll leave about 25 to 30 minutes, teachers, for that quiz, all right? So to start off with, on that quiz is something very similar. You're gonna see here, you're gonna see the same number, and you have to round that number to the 1,000, 10,000, and 100,000s place, okay? I'm gonna zoom in here so we can see a little bit better, okay? So what I have here is 543,982. So using my whiteboard to show you, okay, I'm gonna write down that number, 543,982. So I write this number down here, okay? And at first I need to round this to the nearest 10,000, okay? Or the nearest thousand, I'm sorry. Nearest thousands place is right here, okay? So what I have to deal with is this number just to the right, just next door to it, okay? So I need to know, so the rest of them, if I'm just looking at that, all right? 543,982. This 982, I know it lands past the halfway point. See how these three numbers stay the same when I'm rounding to the nearest thousand, and all these numbers turn to zeros? The next thousand up is one more than this one, okay? So it would be 544,000 and 543,000. Those are the nearest thousands, okay? And I see this 9 here is really close to the next thousand. It's past the halfway point. So it rounds up to this one here, okay? So that's where we go with that. So I've got nearest thousands, 544,000, okay? All right, moving on to the next one. Next one's in the 10,000s place, okay? So the 10,000s place is the next number out. If I look at my place value chart, okay, here, I'm out to the 10,000s place, here, okay? So 543,000, so 543,982. Okay, so here I have that. Now remember, I'm just gonna deal with these place values. So I'm running to the nearest 10,000. So that's this, okay? 10,000, or the tens place, whatever, but this is the 10,000s place. So I look at the number just next door, and that's gonna tell me what I do. So what I'm going to do is write down 54 and then a 0, and up top I'm gonna write 55, I'm sorry, and then a 0 here. So the nearest 10,000, this number stays the same, this number is one more, okay? So those are 10,000s here, okay? So now I'm not just dealing with the hundreds place, I'm dealing with all these out here as well. Okay, so now I look here, 543, is that closer to 540 or 550? And the answer here is closer to 540 because that 3 tells us it's not at the halfway point yet. So 540,000, okay? So 540,000 goes right there. And then finally, this last one, it's the same exact number. I'm just gonna do it on the side here for time's sake, all right? I've got 543,982. This time I'm rounding out to the nearest 100,000, okay? So I know that my low 100,000 would be the same. That stays the same, 100,000, 500, okay? And 100,000 up from that is just one more, 600,000. And then what I need to look at is this number right here. All right, I know that 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 I round down, 5 and above I round up. So this is a 4, so I round down here to 500,000, okay? You can see here at these numbers, this one is closer to the real estimate, this one's further away, and this one's even further, okay? All right, moving on. What we have down here is complete each statement by rounding the number to the given place value. So we gotta pay close attention to what the given place value is. Now, I'm not gonna make it through all of this, and I don't expect you to. I just wanna focus on the front page here. And teachers, make sure you have plenty of time at the end of class to do this, the quiz, okay? So we have plenty of time so you don't have to worry about smashing it in during the rest of the day. So here is 2,841 rounded to the nearest 100. All right, so if I zoom in on this, okay, I see 2,840, so we're back at it. So over here, all right, is round to the nearest 100. So the nearest 100 is this 8 right there, okay? So what I'm going to do here is keep this 800 the same, so it's 2,800, and 100 up from that is 2,900, okay? So I look at this 4. 4 is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 rounds down. So this rounds down to 2,800, just like that, okay? Here is 32,851, rounded to the nearest 100. Again, there's my hundreds place, all right? So I'm rounding just to the nearest 100, so I don't need to worry about those two numbers right now. So this stays the same. That's my low 100, high 100's 900. All right, so I look at that 51. Is it past the halfway point between 800 and 900? And the answer is yes. So it's 900. But it's not just 900, it's 32,900. Okay, down here is 132,891. Okay, so let me write this on my whiteboard. Starting to run out of room down there. So 132,891. Okay, so there that is. Let me zoom out now. Now I'm rounding still to the nearest 100, which is this place right here. So these three numbers are gonna stay the same. Well, they're not. They will, actually. But before we do that, I look at that number, that's gonna tell me what to do. So just blocking this out right now, 100 up is 900, and this stays the same as my low 100, 800. So 91, that's way past the halfway point. It rounds to 900, so I'm rounding up to 900. So it's not just 900, it's 132,900, okay? So that's what I'm gonna write in there, 132,900. Okay, we're cruising. So the next ones are gonna be round to the 1,000, down to the 10,000, round to the 100,000. So what I'm gonna do is stop here, leave it to the teachers to kind of guide you through the rest. And then at the end, you're gonna take a quiz. And that quiz is going to be on rounding, place value, and some addition and subtraction concepts where you're gonna have to write your addition and subtraction on a whiteboard, do regrouping, the whole 9, and then copy it down into your Google form. Now on the Google form, don't just write in the number with the comma. That's it. I don't want the answer is or the whole addition or subtraction sentence. Just the answer, okay? All right, have fun and good luck.